Your thoughts on big win by Bearcats today?
That was huge. Back to back. I text Coach Cronin just how happy I am for those guys to all they went through this year and all the people that doubted. After them losing me, Jacob, and Kyle, that they wouldn't be back in the position they were in today. So, hats off to those guys for pulling it out. Big game by Jaren today, but collective help, from Kane Broom, big shots, Nas playing big, and Trey as well. So, you just those guys gotta keep it rolling because last year, for us to go out like we did, it's no times now for guys not to show up. Everybody has to show up now from this point on, or else people gonna go home crying.
Did you talk to Coach Cronin before the seed came out? They got the 7th seed. Before or after that?
I talked to him right before our game, so after that, I just texted him after everything calmed down a little bit. Told him, congrats, coach, happy for you guys. Just letting him know. He hit me back. I haven't seen it yet, but he hit me back during our game.
Did he say anything about being 7th seed? Any thoughts on that at all?
Nah, we usually don't even talk much basketball. It's just, kind of, if I'm doing well or bad, he kind of hits me. If they're doing well or bad, I kind of hit him. So we just bounce off of each other. It's rarely much about basketball.
I don't know if you got a chance to see the game this year from Corey Davis, the point guard out of U of H, but he wished, he told Cincinnati congratulations on winning the tournament, but now let's go represent our conference. Do you feel it the same way?
It's like that every year, whether it's SMU, Houston, or us. It's just one of those things where people doubt our conference is any good and the competition and so forth, but, I think we've proven in the last 2-3 years that if you don't come ready to play, then we'll get a game or two in. It's just for our conference to take that next step for one of the teams to just get to that Sweet 16, that Elite 8, make that push, and everyone supports them. There's no jealousy. It's like, all right, we already done battled you guys, so now you guys take it to someone else.
How much rest were you able to get? Because they sent you down to the single A affiliate, but then they brought you right back up.
A little bit. When I'm taking those trips, I just try to sneak in as many naps as I can, as far as on the plane or on the car to the airport, in front of the airport. But went to bed probably 11:30 last night. I was up at 7 and was back here by 3, and then came straight to the arena. So, those days you just kind of grind it out. It's all about being professional and just being young and being able to show that, hey, you did all that traveling, but hey, you throw me in, I'm gonna be ready to play.
That's what Coach D'Antoni said. He likes the bench because he says that you all have a great attitude. Whether you play, if you play, you play. If you don't, you don't. But you all don't never complain. You just come like professionals.
Yeah, no, it's the coolest thing about this team. I think I'm a bit spoiled with just about everything. Having all the good vets and guys that are constantly teaching me the value of being ready, being professional, and just always having the right mindset. It's always positive thinking always leads to positive actions and things going your way. So I think we won't have a problem with guys at all when it comes to playing and not playing and who's getting shots, who's not getting shots. I've just been able to just sit back and observe the greatness on all aspects.
Thank you.
One last thing you touched on with Sarge. I think fans don't understand how you guys battle in the conference. That's one thing. Once that's over, y'all root for each other as a conference to do well. So that's today.
Just for instance, me and Coach Sampson, we have a great relationship. Every time I see him at the conference tournament or when we play each other, we have a brief conversation about his tactic against me and the things that I tell him that his certain guys do well. So it's just that relationship, being there for 4 years, battling these coaches and these teams. It's just kind of like you're rooting for him, coach. Of course I'm rooting against him against Cincinnati, but overall, shout out to Coach Sampson for all that he's done this year, to get Houston back on the map to the point where they're playing for the title, the regular season and conference title. Now I'm going to the tournament for a second year. That's huge for that program, and so you root for your fellow conference teams to get in and make some noise. Last year, they went out as bad as they did, but you know, for them to make such a run like that, it was cool for us. We all were, I think it was me, Jacob, and a couple other guys were tuned in, watching it, pulling for him. You know, just calling Rob Gray's last second shot. Like, we know what they're gonna do. So, you know, we just root for each other because it's big for the conference.
Thanks, man. Good deal, man.